The smell of new leather, the near absolute silence that insulates you from the chaos of the outside world, the symphony of sensors and screens that obey your every command. The experience of a modern luxury car is undeniably seductive. But behind this facade of high technology and status hides a deeply inconvenient truth, a secret that most premium brands would rather you ignore. Many of these six-figure dreams are designed with an implicit expiration date. They are built to dazzle during the lease period, to perform flawlessly while the factory warranty is still in effect. But the moment that safety net disappears, the dream can quickly devolve into a financial nightmare, haunted by digital ghosts and control modules and mechanical failures that cost the price of a small economy car. This is the era of planned obsolescence, where cars are becoming more and more like smartphones, brilliant, powerful, but ultimately disposable. But what if I told you there's a different path? What if I told you that, hidden in the used car market, there are true titans, relics of an engineering philosophy that prioritized longevity above all else? Machines that were over-engineered, built with a margin for error that would be considered financially reckless today. Vehicles that don't just survive decades after they roll off the assembly line, but thrive, continuing to deliver a luxury experience without the paralyzing fear of the next repair bill. Get ready, because this isn't just a list of cars. This is a journey to discover the 13 luxury cars that are the definitive antidote to the throwaway culture. These are the fortresses on wheels. Topic 1. The Japanese Titans, the royalty of absolute reliability. When the conversation turns to reliability that borders on the legendary, it's impossible not to start in Japan. There's an almost samurai-like discipline in the way Toyota, and its luxury division Lexus, approach engineering. It's a philosophy of continuous improvement, Kaizen, applied to create machines that simply refuse to break. 1. The undisputed king, Lexus LS460. Our journey begins at the very top, with the king of sedans, the Lexus LS460. To understand this car, you must understand its origin. Lexus was created with a single objective: to beat Mercedes-Benz at its own game of luxury and engineering. The original LS was the first shot, but the LS460, launched in 2006, was the masterpiece. The research and development budget was astronomical. They didn't just want to build a good car, they wanted to build the best car in the world. The heart of this machine, the 1UR FSE V8 engine, is a marvel of smoothness and durability. Built with microscopic tolerances and a complex yet robust dual-fuel injection system, this engine was designed to operate in near-total silence for hundreds of thousands of miles. The 8-speed automatic transmission, a world first at the time, was similarly overbuilt. Of course, no car is perfect. Early models may require the replacement of the control arm bushings, a known expense, but that is the equivalent of replacing the laces on an indestructible combat boot. To own a well-maintained LS460 today is to experience absolute serenity, a capsule of silence and luxury that reminds you of a time when quality was palpable, not just a marketing promise. 2. The brains of the operation, Lexus ES350. If the LS is the king, the ES350 is the wise counselor, the brains of the operation. It represents the intelligent choice for those who want 90% of the luxury of the LS for half the price, and with even fewer worries. The secret here is under the hood, the legendary 2GRFE V6 engine. This engine is the AK-47 of V6s. It's not the most exotic, nor the most powerful, but it is ridiculously reliable, simple to maintain, and has been installed in millions of Toyota and Lexus vehicles, from family sedans to SUVs and minivans. This ubiquity means that parts are cheap, and every mechanic knows how to work on it. Unlike its German rear-wheel drive rivals, the ES opts for a front-wheel drive platform. What it loses in sporty driving dynamics, it gains in simplicity, interior space, and all-weather usability. The only point of concern in very hot climates was the infamous melting dashboard on some older models, a problem that was more cosmetic than mechanical. Other than that, the ES350 is the automotive equivalent of a blue-chip stock. It will get you where you need to go in comfort and style, today, tomorrow, and 10 years from now. 3. The unstoppable conqueror, Lexus GX 4770. Now, let's take this reliability to where the pavement ends. The Lexus GX 4070 may look like a luxury SUV for picking up the kids from school, but that is merely a disguise. Underneath the leather and wood trim, it is in essence a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, one of the most revered and indestructible 4x4 vehicles on the planet. It uses body-on-frame construction, the same as heavy-duty trucks, giving it a robustness that modern unibody crossovers can only dream of. The engine is the 2UZ FE V8, a low-revving, high-torque unit designed not for speed, but for longevity and brute force. This engine isn't stressed, It operates in a state of perpetual calm, whether it's climbing a mountain or cruising on the highway. The off-road community loves these vehicles because they can be modified to become trail monsters, but even in its stock form, the feeling behind the wheel is one of pure invincibility. It's the kind of vehicle you believe could survive an apocalypse and still have the air conditioning blowing ice cold. 4. The segment founder, Lexus RX 350. To close out this pantheon, we have the car that effectively invented the luxury crossover segment, the Lexus RX. While competitors were still focused on truck-based SUVs, Lexus realized that most buyers wanted the high driving position and versatility of an SUV, but with the comfort and drivability of a luxury sedan. The third generation 2010-2015 perfected this formula, utilizing the same bulletproof 2GRFE V6 engine as the ES350. The RX offered a smooth and silent driving experience. The build quality is from another world. Close the door and the sound is a solid, reassuring thump. Run your hand across the dashboard and every piece aligns with surgical precision. The buttons, even after a decade, still have the perfect click. The RX is not exciting to drive, but it wasn't designed to be. It was designed to be a sanctuary on wheels, a reliable refuge from the stress of daily life. And in that mission, it is unbeatable. Topic 2. The hidden gems. Intelligent and underrated luxury. While Lexus was building its empire in the spotlight, other Japanese brands were quietly creating their own masterpieces of durability, often overlooked by the market. These are the choices for the connoisseur, for the buyer who values the substance of engineering over the prestige of the badge. 5. The family hauling tank. Acura MDX-2 Pome and Kunj generation. Acura, Honda's luxury division, has always been the engineer's choice. The second generation MDX 2007-2013 is the perfect example of this. It offers 3 rows of seats, a premium interior, and one of the most intelligent all-wheel drive systems ever created, SHAWD, Super Handling All-Wheel Drive. This is not a reactive system that only kicks in when the wheels slip. It is a proactive, performance-based system that can vector torque between the rear wheels to help the SUV pivot through a corner, providing an agility that defies its size. Under the hood is one of Honda's robust J-Series V6 engines, known for its smooth power delivery and longevity. The MDX is proof that you don't have to sacrifice reliability to have a safe, luxurious, and surprisingly fun-to-drive family vehicle. This is perhaps the most fascinating and underrated car on this list. The RLX Sport Hybrid was a technology lab on wheels. Acura took the hybrid system concept from its NSX supercar and applied it to a luxury sedan. The result was a complex and brilliant system, a V6 engine driving the front wheels and 2 independent electric motors driving the rear wheels. This created a through-the-road hybrid all-wheel drive system without a physical drive shaft, allowing for instantaneous and precise torque vectoring. It was cutting-edge technology that surprisingly proved to be incredibly reliable. So why was it a sales failure? Because it was too complex for the marketing to explain, its styling was conservative, and its price when new put it up against established German competitors. Today, however, it is an absurd bargain. You get supercar tech and Honda reliability for a fraction of the original cost. 7. The rebel with a cause, Infiniti Q70, M37 Self 56. If Lexus is about silence and comfort, Infiniti, Nissan's luxury division, has always been about soul and performance. The Q70, formerly known as the M37, with a V6 engine, and M56 with a V8, was the muscular Japanese answer to German sports sedans. The heart of the M37 is Nissan's famous VQ Series V6, known for its distinct exhaust note and its willingness to rev high. It's an engine with character. For those who wanted muscle car grunt, the M56 offered the VQ Series V8, a potent and robust unit. Built on a rear-wheel drive platform with responsive hydraulic steering, a rarity today, the Q70 offers a visceral and connected driving experience. It may not have the interior polish of a Lexus, but it makes up for it with a strong personality and mechanicals built to take abuse. Topic 3. The European exceptions, defying the stereotypes. Now let's walk into territory that many consider a minefield: European cars and long-term reliability. The reputation for astronomical maintenance costs is not entirely unfounded. However, even among them there are engineering fortresses, machines that were built to defy stereotypes and last for generations, if well cared for. 8. The redemption of Stuttgart, Porsche 911, 997.2 generation. The Porsche 911 is an icon, but the 996 generation and the early 997 models were haunted by a potentially catastrophic design flaw, the intermediate shaft IMS bearing. In 2009, however, Porsche released the 997.2 update, This was not just a facelift, it was an engineering overhaul. They introduced the 9A1 family of engines with direct fuel injection (DFI), which completely eliminated the intermediate shaft design altogether. The problem was solved at its root. Suddenly, the modern 911 became not only one of the best sports cars to drive, but also one of the most reliable. With its telepathic steering, the howling sound of the flat-six engine, and impeccable build quality, the 997.2 represents the sweet spot where iconic Porsche performance meets peace of mind. 9. The pragmatic Gran Turismo, Porsche Panamera first generation V6. When the Panamera was launched, purists screamed, "A four-door Porsche, sacrilege," but time has proven the engineering to be sound. While the high-performance turbo models are complex and expensive to maintain, the entry-level versions with the V6 engine are the sweet spot for long-term ownership. The V6 engine is not a rebranded VW engine, a common misconception, but a Porsche-developed unit, essentially the brand's V8 with 2 cylinders removed. It is robust and far less stressed than its larger turbocharged siblings. The air suspension can be a point of concern and requires maintenance, but the main powertrain is remarkably solid. It offers 90% of the luxury Gran Turismo experience with a fraction of the financial risk. 10. The unexpected hero from Ingolstadt. Audi A6 C7 with 3.0T engine. Many used car buyers run from Audi, fearing electrical complexity and expensive repairs, and in some cases, that fear is justified. However, right in the middle of its lineup, Audi produced one of the most robust engine and chassis combinations of the modern era, the C7 Generation A6 2012 to 2018, equipped with the supercharged 3.0-liter V6 known as the 3.0T. Despite the T in its name, it does not use a turbo, but rather an Eaton supercharger, which provides instant response and less thermal stress. This engine has proven to be a fortress, avoiding the oil consumption issues of some 2.0T engines and the turbo failures of the brand's V8s. Paired with the legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system and an interior that remains a benchmark for material quality and assembly even today, the A6 3.0T is an all-weather weapon. Of course, like any German, it demands preventative maintenance. The water pump and thermostat are known service items, but there are no catastrophic design flaws. It is a fast, beautiful, and surprisingly durable executive sedan for those who do their research. 11. The Scandinavian tank, Volvo S80, second generation. For decades, Volvo built its reputation on a single word, safety. But a byproduct of this obsession with safety is incredible build quality. The second generation S80 is a Swedish tank. The body structure is massively reinforced. The doors close with the solidity of a bank vault. But what makes it truly special are its unique and reliable engine options. There was a transversely mounted inline-six engine, a feat of engineering that is incredibly smooth. And for something truly exotic, there was the version with a compact V8 engine, co-developed with Yamaha, the experts in high-performance motors. It's a potent engine, with a fantastic sound and coming from Yamaha, surprisingly reliable. The S80 is the discreet choice for those who want a safe, comfortable and built-to-last luxury sedan. 12. The return of the king, Mercedes-Benz E-Class, W211 post-facelift. In the early 2000s, Mercedes-Benz went through an identity crisis, and quality suffered. The early E-Class models of the W211 generation, 2003-2006, were plagued by problems, most notably the complex Sensotronic brake control (SBC) electro-hydraulic system. The brand's reputation was tarnished. Then, in 2007, Mercedes released the facelift for the W211, and it was a mission of redemption. They listened to the criticism and made over 2,000 improvements. Most importantly, they scrapped the troublesome SBC system in favor of a conventional and reliable hydraulic brake system. The electrical issues were resolved, material quality improved. The result was a car that finally lived up to the three-pointed star on its grille. With robust V6 engines and nearly indestructible diesel options, the post-facelift W211 marked the return of Mercedes to the over-engineered philosophy that made it a legend. Topic 4. The modern Challenger, proof that quality isn't dead. You could be forgiven for thinking that all super reliable cars are relics of the past, that automakers simply don't make them like that anymore. But a modern Challenger arrived to prove that idea wrong. When Hyundai decided to get serious about the luxury market with its Genesis brand, they knew they couldn't compete on price or features alone. They had to beat the leaders at their toughest game, quality. They hired the best talent in the world, designers from Bentley, engineers from BMW's M division. The Genesis G80, originally launched as the Hyundai Genesis, was the result of this all-out assault. The strategy was simple and brutally effective. Build a car that looked, drove, and felt as premium as its German rivals, but with the reliability of a Lexus, and then offer the best warranty in the industry to prove they weren't bluffing. They used their proven Lambda V6 and Tau V8 engines, units that had already established their durability in other Hyundai products. The interior quality, the fit and finish, shocked the critics. The G80 isn't just a good car, it's a statement. It is proof that engineering focused on longevity is not a lost art, it is a choice. A choice that Genesis made to earn its place at the table of the greats. The choice is yours, enduring engineering or disposable marketing. And there you have it, 13 extraordinary machines that stand as monuments to a superior engineering philosophy. They come from different countries, they serve different purposes, but they all share a common DNA. They were built to last. They remind us that true luxury is not in the biggest touchscreen or the latest design trend that will be obsolete next season. True luxury is peace of mind. It is the confidence of knowing that the car you love today will be there for you tomorrow, and for many years to come. These cars force us to ask an uncomfortable question. In our relentless pursuit of the new and the next, have we forgotten the immense value of the forever? Are today's automakers still capable of building cars with this margin of durability? Or does the modern business model, dependent on rapid replacement cycles, simply no longer allow it? The good news is that in the used market, the choice is still yours. You can opt for the latest disposable tech marvel, or you can choose one of these legends, a piece of engineering history that refuses to fade away. Which of these fortresses would you choose for your garage? The discussion starts now, down in the comments. And as you type your choice, consider this. If you, like us, believe that real engineering should triumph over disposable marketing, and if you refuse to be just another consumer, then you've found your home. To become part of a family of enthusiasts who value substance, intelligence, and the secrets that truly matter in the automotive world, smash that subscribe button right now and ring the bell. That way, you'll guarantee you never miss one of our next investigations, you'll always stay one step ahead, and you'll become part of a community that understands real cars. Welcome to the family.